So who is Rodrigo Roa Duterte? So Rodrigo Roa Duterte was born on March 28, 1945 in Maasin, Leyte. His father was a lawyer and his mother was a school teacher. Before he became a president of the Philippines, he was once a former mayor of Davao City. Over 22 years across 7 terms, he was the longest serving mayor of the city and Davao. He served as the President of the Philippines from 2016 to 2022. And additionally, he also served as a lawyer and he is often known by the nickname Digong. We're going to talk about what kind of president is Rodrigo Duterte. So Duterte is known for his authoritarian leadership style and man of the people persona, characterized by the fiery rhetoric and controversial off-the-cuff speeches. His spokesperson and advisors frequently had to interpret and clarify his remarks. Contributions of Duterte in science and technology. So among many Filipino scientists who have made significant inventions and discoveries in the development of science and technology, Rodrigo Duterte has also contributed several for the nation's progress to innovation as the 16th and the current president of the Philippines. One of his contributions is the Balik Science Law, signed by the President on June 15, 2018, as a Republic Act No. 11035, a renewed government effort to draw Filipino scientists back home by funding them to set up their own research labs, aiming to solve the country's most pressing problems, such as the climate change mitigation.
Transportation is one of the biggest challenges in our country. That's why the government planned projects to improve the daily travel of Filipinos. One of these projects is the North-South Commuter Railway, which will form one railway system serving commuters traveling to, from, and within Metro Manila, Central Luzon, and Calabarzon. The first ever airport link directed to the Clark International Airport is also part of this plan, expected to be operational in the year 2021 with a capacity of 340,000 passengers daily. Next is Quezon Energy Facility. Electricity is very important in our daily lives because it powers homes, schools, and businesses. So the government continues to find ways to provide stable energy for everyone. One example is the newly completed 420 megawatt Pagmilao Unit 3 coal-fired power plant, which was inaugurated by President Duterte. The now operational power plant is expected to stabilize energy supply in Luzon as well as boost the economy in the coming years by distributing reliable and affordable electricity.
Jeepneymization Program, organized by President with a goal of making the country public transportation system efficient and environmentally friendly by 2020. That program calls for the phasing out jeepney, bus, and other public utility vehicles. PVS that are at least 15 years old to replace them with safe, more comfortable, and more environmentally friendly alternatives over the next 3 years. Replacement vehicles are required to have at least Euro 4 compliant engine or electronic engine. To lessen pollution, some proposed requirements include CCTV cameras, pan-touch transportation, pavement terminals, speed limiters, and GPS monitors.
Color-coded agricultural guide map, launched on December 1, 2016. A campaign commitment of President Duterte that will enable farmers and fishermen to obtain interactive data on things related to farming and fishing to boost productivity. The map digitalizes all soil analysis, crops management for different areas, climatic conditions, and weather prediction in their website for farmers to freely access in the smart gadget that will be provided. Digital imaging for monitoring and evaluation, or DIME, uses existing technologies such as satellites, drones, and geotagging in monitoring the status, program, and speed of implementation of government projects, especially those with high value.
The Diwata-2, a microsatellite that was launched to space on October 29, 2018, was approved by President Duterte. It is an Earth-observing microsatellite capable of capturing images of the Earth for environmental assessment to help monitor the extent of damages from disasters. Also, the Build program. It is consisted of 75 projects expected to be completed before the end of its term in 2022. This program will build 8 trillion in new infrastructure, including Metro Manila's first ever subway, set to transform the Philippines' economy. The program includes the construction of airport, railways, bus rapid transit, roads and bridges, seaports, energy facilities, water resource project and irrigation system, flood control, and the redevelopment program. Also, the Build program. It is consisted of 75 projects expected to be completed before the end of its term in 2022. This program will build 8 trillion in new infrastructure, including Metro Manila's first ever subway, set to transform the Philippines' economy. The program includes the construction of airport, railways, bus rapid transit, roads and bridges, seaports, energy facilities, water resource project and irrigation system, flood control, and the redevelopment program.
How it helps our nation building like programs, infrastructures, foreign and local policies.
First is impact on nation building. It enhances national security and disaster response, fostering domestic innovation, addressing public health crisis. Second, his focus on national security, and third, anti-drug campaigns.
All aiming and fostering domestic innovation and addressing national challenges like security, and public health, while there are efforts to strengthen local capabilities. The impact on national building was complex, with some success in technology application in foreign partnership and for critical areas but not always a central figure of this policy agenda.